Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Serene Coast, and it's under the command of Huono, and he's got the Top Gun with 2 marks of excellence. And it sounds like he's got a Japanese crew in there, which I suspect is the same crew that we normally find in one of the premium tanks. And so we're going to have to listen to the irritating Japanese girls for the rest of the game. Now, seeing as this is the Top Gun, it's got the entire range of the map, but it is quite powerful. Now, it will do 600 alpha, 39mm pen, 6.7 meters on the burst radius. And if I get that up again, you'll see that it says 9.6 seconds to 16 seconds of stun. Now, he's expecting somebody to turn up from the dip. I think it's more likely they'll be over in the corner, yes, where it's already been marked. There you go. Point number 1. And yep, there is somebody there already. It's a Skoda T25. He's dialing in, rounds out. Well, just missed him, but got 33 hit points of damage. I think I'm going to go crazy during this video because I do find those little Japanese schoolgirls a bit too irritating for my liking. Now, it's nothing about the nationality, it's just I don't see why little girls should be in tanks, unless of course they happen to be named Sophie Line. Then they've got a perfect right to be in a tank. Okay, right, well, the enemy's still over in the corner, and we've got 2 platoon mates in this game. Apparently one's in the Crocodile, the other one's in the Jagdpanzer IV, the Flat Panzer. It's a Tier 6 game with only Tier 6 tanks. There's a Tiger 131, we're loaded, dialed in, rounds out, direct hit. 180 only though. Now he is changing position just slightly to avoid counter battery. It is a rather obvious position, this one, to be in. There are some better positions you can be in, a little further around, but it can be quite dangerous sometimes moving to those other positions. He's aiming for the dip at the moment, and we just lost our AMX 12 ton to their Skoda. Ouch. We're 1 up on the enemy at the moment, and we're doing well on our shots. So can we get another one? You can see the last shell hit the body of the tank right near the turret ring. Anyone else find this a bit disconcerting? Japanese girls in skirts, naval uniform, driving a tank? I do wonder about the Japanese sometime. I do think it's a bit too much of a PDF for me. But anyway. Yeah, I'm going to be tearing my hair out at the end of the game. Okay, Tiger 131 again. He's a 1-shot, only 11 hit points. In fact, actually, he's hardly worth it at the moment, but it is a gun that he will be taking out of the game. Rounds out. That's a direct hit and a kill. Looking over to the peninsula, the enemy hasn't really made it that far forward. Although you can see there's quite a few wrecks right next door to the chicane there in the gap. And now we've got a Crocodile pushing forward. Now he fired a blind one there where the other Crocodile was located. It would have been quite interesting if they had actually used the flamethrower on the Crocodile, so you could actually opt to use it as one of the weapons. But unfortunately they didn't do it. Carrying on from previous conversations, we have suggested it would have been a good idea if they'd actually had tanks with 2 guns, that is, guns that don't actually fire in the game, and they actually made those ones use either the HE round, if they happen to be the Shure B1, that would use, if you use the HE, it would use the 75mm gun, and you'd have to aim it with the tank. Or if you were actually firing, say, the M3 Lee, if you fired HE, you got the 75mm main gun, and if you fired the armor-piercing rounds, you get the 37mm main gun, which is on top of the vehicle. Okay, there's our Jagdpanzer. We seem to be doing quite well, but we are 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment. We lost a few tanks in the center of the map. Okay, you can see that KV-1S. He's got a lot of hit points. And he does keep swapping his view, but he's now dialed in, rounds out. Oh, and he looked away after shooting. And that's unfortunate because we don't get to see then if he did actually hit the target. We've got the Jagdpanzer on the enemy teams popped up. And now we've got a Giro, and he's very low on hit points. So we could take him down with 1 shot. And he does. He did do his look away again, but luckily we did see the actual kill because, of course, we can see the tank in the distance. Okay, the Jagdpanzer's got his rear to us, which is not a smart move because you can get a penetration of those. Remember, these 15cm shells are capable of 13.9mm pen, and the rear of Jagdpanzer's is thinner than that. And he can do 730 alpha and only 49mm of pen if he actually uses the non-stun HE. So it is a realistic proposition, and he did get it. He got the pen and he took the Jagdpanzer out the game. So he's now got 3 kills, but unfortunately we're facing that KV-1S. And we're the next tank to that one. The Jagdpanzer is redeploying to try and help us. It's gone to the corner. Now he might be our eyes. 1 quick blind shot. But remember, we are now running short on ammunition. Because he chose to use the top gun, you only get 18 rounds of ammunition. So you have to be careful with the top gun that you might run out. And unfortunately, that's the situation he's in now. Luckily, he does have the non-stun HE, and he has a couple of armor piercing as well. And there is the FV304. Now he's down the other end of the map. Can we get a shot? He left it too long, but can he get it? Yes, he does! He got the pen and takes out the Burt. But now he's got no stun HE at all. And he's loading the non-stun HE. But of course that should be able to do a large amount of damage to that KV-1S. Okay, there's the KV-1S. Okay, so now using the Jagdpanzer, you can aim at this guy. Let it settle, let it dial in. Hold the aim. He's going to try and poke out. Enemy RT's firing at our teammate in the Jagdpanzer, but that's only because the KV-1S can see him. Our Burters turned up and killed the Giro at the enemy cap area. Now he's going after the enemy Arty, and that will be the second to last, the penultimate enemy, because then it's just the KV-1S. Now he hasn't held his aim on that target. He wants the shot on the M44, but the M44 does go down. So now, 1 round of non-stun HE, 2 armor-piercing rounds. He's on the move. Line it up, and... oh, he did get a hit! 214 hit points from that shot, but it's still not killed him. We need the Jagdpanzer to get a couple of shots on the guy, disable him, keep him immobile. We're now loading the non-stun HE, and the KV-1S goes down, and that's the victory! Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Huono in the Hummel. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12. And his win rate from that one, 4,106. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he did get the highest damage in the game, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he ended up without getting a high caliber. Second highest damage was the Berser on his team, who managed 1,742. He was still alive at the end of the game. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the Jagdpanzer IV on the enemy team, who managed to get 1,619. When it came to kills, you can see that he also got that one too, because he got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Berser on his team, and the Skoda T25 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was the Berser who came out on top there. 1,151 went to him, and in fact, he was the only one to get over 1,000 base, with the next highest being Huono with 923, and then the Crocodile on his team with 806, the one who was in his platoon. So, didn't quite get over 1,000 base, but he still did well. I think he probably would have done a lot better with the stock gun, because of course, although he couldn't shoot at the other end of the map, he would have still been able to hit that Burt where he was hiding, and I think he would have got better shots on some of the enemy tanks over on the west side of the map when they came round. And of course, he has more rounds of ammunition and a faster reload with the stock gun. Anyway, let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 16 rounds. So remember, he only had 2 left at the end of the game. He got 7 direct hits, 2 penetrating shots, and 12 splash. Damage of 1,961, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 4, so missed out on getting a Confederate there. And I think if he'd fired a few more rounds using the stock gun, I think he probably would have picked up a Confederate medal out of that one. 214 hit points of damage assist, and 736 of stun assist of 10 stuns. On a premium account, he actually made a profit of 13,178 credits, and on the XP, he managed 4,154, including 2,770 for a mission completion. So which ones did he actually pen? Because according to the report, he penned 2. So who was it that he penned in that one? I suspect it was, well, it wasn't that. It wasn't the Giro. So looking down the list, wasn't the Skoda? Nope. The FB304? Yes, he got 1 pen into that guy, hit him on the rear, and that penned him. And the only other one that he managed to pen was the Jagdpanzer IV on the enemy team. He managed to get a shot into the guy's rear. You remember he shot into the rear? I said if he manages to get the rear of that vehicle, then it should go straight through, because the rear of Jagdpanzer IVs is notoriously thin. And so, yes, that would really be a good target. And he did fire it in, and he got a pen on him. So well done on that. Nice ace tanker, but I would recommend that he use the stock gun in future, because it's much, much better. It's got a better trajectory, more shells, and faster reload. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below, because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.